What's happening, my people from everywhere, all around the world, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, sending you some love and thank you very much for sticking with the Critical Hit show thus far. My name is Behtash Moojedi and this is the episode 34th. I was out all last week for rewiring my brain and such, and I'm getting back into it right now. And let me tell you guys what happened, why my brain was so drained and my brain cells were so challenged. Of course, this is exaggeration, but I came to a realization that I audited over $50 million in marketing budgets in the span of my career. And there is a commonality I find shared between startups and all the way to Fortune 500s. A giant leak that silently drains millions every single year and no one can catch it until damage is done. When we talk about money, of course, everybody points to ad spends, but that's not it. Anyone wants to take a guess as to what it is? It's your social media strategy. See, here's the trap. The common mistake is to treat social media like any other channel. Some treat it like print, or email, or SMS, trying to blast out entire world with an irrelevant message and sit down and count clicks. But social media doesn't work like that anymore. It's all about attention economy for a very long time, and it's not just going to revert back to the old days. Because, you see, the reason why attention economy is so powerful is it goes beyond the vanity metrics. There is overabundance of information, but attention is finite. We are all exposed to 10,000 ads and posts and messages daily across multiple devices. And so, your audience doesn't lack options, but they do lack mental bandwidth and time. If you can't capture and hold their attention to your product and services, you're invisible, no matter how good you are. And when you think about it that way, you get to real reason why attention is so powerful. And that is, it can literally become the gateway to real revenue. Let me explain. Before a customer buys from you, they must first notice you, then engage with you, and finally trust you. So in every step of that communication with your audience, you need to capture and hold attention. In easier terms, let's say you really like someone and you want to invite them on a date to go out with you. First, you need to capture their attention. Then you need to hold their attention. And then you get to go on a first date. But wait, that's not over. If you're boring, if you're not holding your end of the conversation, if you only care about yourself or you constantly talk about yourself, if you're dozing off when they are speaking with you, if you can't remember what the thing they said, well, you won't be getting a second date. And on the second date, it is the same story. That's how humans connect, through stories, through proper communication, and through showing and receiving interest. Now, applying the same concept to social media, why would someone go to the social media to hear only about you all the time? Or that maybe you don't read their comments or DMs and all you're trying to do is to be the coolest guy in town with a new shiny car, essentially fake it until you make it. This is where you are sitting in a brainstorming meeting with your social media team, figuring out if your Instagram grid is looking on point, or what song to use on video, and all the while your audience is flying away to your competitor that knows exactly how to communicate with them. Also, trust and loyalty start with consistent attention. In a date example, repeated exposure in a positive way brings two people together and creates a long-lasting relationship. Same with social media. Repeated exposure in positive, value-driven way makes you familiar and memorable. And when you do it right, social media algorithms reward attention. Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube prioritize content that holds users' attention. translated to watch time, comments, saves, and shares, because they want to hold them inside the ecosystem. And if your content doesn't keep people engaged, the algorithms throttles your reach, making you invisible even to your own followers. It is as simple as that. So there is no debate on how to do social media, just like any other channel. Social media platforms also have their own rules, and as you cannot fight subscriber preferences when it comes to emails, you can't also fight with their algorithms. There is no hacking algorithms, despite some might say. There is no substitution for relevance, quality of the content. So don't trace far away for an answer to why your social media is not working for you. It has nothing to do with B2B or D2C or B2B2C or industry and the size of the business. You either produce great content or you simply don't. But there's no easy way out. You can't get results from simply filling up the void. In fact, not saying anything is better than low-grade, effortless, void-filling content. Because with that, you're essentially a hamster wheel, posting to look active, and algorithms will essentially ignore it. That brings us to our first question of the episode. Do you really think that the social media itself is the problem, or is it the way brands are showing up on it? What has been your experience, maybe with some of the brands that you're interacting with? Leave your answers in the comment section below. And now, let's talk about why social media strategy you're using no longer applies in 2025. First rule of business, every platform literally had some change. Instagram has different rules now. The impression has completely died in essence and was replaced by watch time. Can you take a guess as to why? LinkedIn also focuses on engagement more than likes and shares, clicks and impressions. YouTube is all about watch time and watch hours. Meanwhile, most businesses are still running one-size-fits-all and content across every platform. Templatization, they call it. Same posts, same captions, same approach. They generate content and cross-pollinate from print to email to social. Or they use AI tools to write dull copy for their social media, or they focus on putting discount promotions. Some don't even know how to add call to actions properly across different social media channels, or they don't even know what those call to actions really mean from channel to channel. And then there's trust problem. Viewers are smarter now. They can sniff out inauthenticity faster than you can click schedule a post. AI-generated influencers might have been cool when ChatGPT came about first, but now novelty has worn out. 50 minutes of fame has gone away and skepticism is real. People want real voices, not polished, soulless broadcasts. Especially in the age of misinformation, viewers are getting caught between algorithm changes, misinformation overload, and bot saturation, and we've got recipe for disaster. That is, attention collapses. Gartner even predicts half of the consumers will actively limit their social media usage this year and beyond. And the stakes are really high because in this ecosystem, if you're not working hard on your content, you're easily forgotten on social media. And this brings us to our second question for this episode. Imagine if tomorrow every social media platform cuts your organic reach for whatever reason in half. How confident are you that your viewers are going to still chase your content, try to find you, interact with you? Leave your answers in the comment section below, share your insights with your peers, and we're going to dive in there and join the conversation. All right, so now we know that the old rules are dead. What can we do to make it better? What sort of paradigm shift is required here? So here are the 3 changes that you can make immediately to your social media to double your engagement. And number 1 is make authenticity your number 1 goal. Stop performing for people. People don't connect with perfection. They connect with real. That means less polished, look at me content and more Here's what's actually happening. Give people a behind-the-scene look. Show them the messy middles, not just highlight reels and all the cool stuff that is happening around you. The brands that win in 2025 are the ones that actually feel like people, not billboards. You don't need a $10,000 camera and a full production set to create your content. You have a choice to do so. But be you, be unique, show that uniqueness to the world. If you have a company, give your company a human voice, level with your customers and enjoy a conversation like you're telling a cool story to your friend. Number 2, gain platform intelligence. Every channel has its own ecosystem, and it's wrong to paint everything with the same brush. They're not just different billboards for the same ad. If you're on YouTube, go deep dive with educational or story-driven long forms. If you're on Instagram, think using visual storytelling concepts like carousels, reels, and stories, but focus on things that people actually want to hear. TikTok is a different beast. You can embrace experimentation, join conversations, build off trends, but with strategy, because you don't want to follow. You don't want to just post everywhere. You want to post at the right place, at the right time, at the right person. And if you don't know how to do it, start with the one platform you're most comfortable with, master it, and move along. A/B test a little bit. Prioritize micro-virality over mass trends. That's number 3. Chasing a mega viral moment is like buying a lottery ticket. Sometimes it's a W, but it's not a plan for becoming rich. Instead, aim for micro-viral wins within your niche. You can create content that feels like it's just for you, your core audience, inside jokes, shared pains, hyper-specific tips. The goal isn't to get millions of views, it's to get the right people to view your content and they feel like you're speaking directly to them. If you start building around these 3 pillars, you stop being part of the noise, you be part of the content that people actually want to consume on a daily basis. And the question number 3, are you ready for it? If you could only pick one channel to double down on the next 90 days, which channel would you choose and why? Leave your answer in the comments below and share your insights with your peers. Also say which industry you're coming from and what type of experience you had with social media to give it a little more context. I want to see difference in the answers. If everyone says TikTok, I want to know why. Because remember, we are not chasing trends, we are chasing strategies. And in closing, realizing your social media is obsolete is actually the easy part. Anyone can take a look into their engagement graph and say, well, something is actually very off with this. The real work is, what are you going to do about it? That's what separates the winners from those that are chasing clicks, which is in rebuilding your approach without losing momentum, without burning out your team, and without tanking the trust you've built so far. That's the part that nobody talks about. And it's also where the biggest growth opportunities live, because you get to experiment. And for last piece, this is a bonus. If you are seeing your content is not actually working very well, stop posting for a while. I know it's difficult, it's scary, but get back to the whiteboard and start brainstorming. Then start building your strategy and begin with a solid foundation. Next week, we are going to still be on social media. I'll walk you through 4 ROI strategies that flip social media from budget sink into a growth engine. If you're tired of chasing vanity metrics and ready to tie social media directly to your bottom line, you're going to want to hear this episode. Until then, remember, in the attention economy, you're either earning trust or you're adding to the noise. So choose wisely. We'll be back next week. As I said, we're going to talk about ROI in social media for the brands today. If you need help diagnosing why your marketing isn't converting, head over to medici.com and request a clarity call. It's 30 minutes. It's free. It's for you, your time. I'll help you figure out exactly what's broken and how to fix it. And if you want to be a guest on this show, Critical Hits, go to BehtashMoojedi.com/contact and sign up. This was episode 34 of Critical Hit Show on Spotify. My name is Behtash, and I see you same time, same place next week with another episode of the Critical Hits. Ciao.